When I was 13 years old, I had the greatest thing ever at the time, the PS3. However, I only had games like Ratchet and Clank, Sly Cooper, and Jak and Daxter, which were all great games, but they weren't the best that the console had to offer, and I really wanted something more. One of my friends in middle school, Nick, told me he would let me borrow the Uncharted games, and I played the second one first because I thought it looked cooler. So I booted the game up, and let me tell you, when you had to climb up the train in the first mission, my mind was blown. Uncharted 2 was probably the most fun I had ever had with a game at the time, and from everything to the shooting and the climbing, I just loved it all. To this day, I still have the game. Sorry Nick, you're never getting it back. So when I first saw Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order during one of the E3 live streams, I was actually pretty hyped for its release. It reminded me a lot of the fun I had with the Uncharted games back in middle school, and it seemed like we were finally going to get a great single-player Star Wars game, since the last time we really got a good one was back in 2008 with The Force Unleashed. I'm happy to say now that The Fallen Order is a great game, and I've been having a lot of fun with it these past few days, but leading up to the release, there were two things that started to creep into my mind. Things that told me to be careful. So The Fallen Order is developed by Respawn Entertainment, and they're responsible for making the Titanfall games as well as Apex Legends. But the publisher is Electronic Arts. I really don't gotta go over why that's a bad thing, and if you don't know why they're bad, you're gonna have to pay me $29.99 plus tax to unlock that part of the video. Now, EA has published a few bad games, as well as some good ones. So you can kind of see my hesitation there. But nonetheless, none of the loot box nonsense is in this game, no microtransactions, nothing like that. So they didn't really ruin the game in any way at all. The second reason I was a bit skeptical of getting the game is because I don't know a thing about Star Wars. Like, I've seen the movies and I know the common pop culture stuff like what the Force is, the Jedi, common knowledge. But once you throw in the politics, that's where you lost me. Star Wars has a seemingly endless supply of lore. You just look at all the books. Star Wars Rebels, Rise of the Rebels. Star Wars Rebels, Ezra's Gamble, A New Dawn. Star Wars Rebels, Servants of the Empire, the End of the Galaxy. Star Wars Rebels, The Rebellion Destiny. Star Wars Rebels, Droids and Droids, Tarkin, Pirates of the Jedi. Star Wars Rebels, Ezra's Duel with Danger, Lord Jedi Lost. Star Wars Rebels, Battle 275, Dark Disciple. Happily though, I can say that this game is something that anybody can enjoy, whether you're a hardcore fan or not. So this game has a lot of stuff in common with other games. Like, it draws inspiration from like many different things. You have like the climbing and platforming of Uncharted, and like the exploration of things like Tomb Raider or Dark Souls. It actually pulls a couple different things from Dark Souls, like the bonfire mechanic, except in this game it's meditating. And the combat is kind of like Sekiro. You got the parry block type combat, but it's a lot easier because you have a bunch of different force powers that you can use. But none of this is really a bad thing though. It all blends together pretty well in this game. So if you like stuff like that and you want to play a Star Wars game, this would be a good buy for you. It's a pretty good game. Yeah. That's it. Thanks for watching.